Hello, Richard from budgetguitarist.com, and today I got my box from Guitar Fetish, GFS. So this is supposed to be a blue strap body and a pre-wired pickguard with Alnico 5 single coil pickups, just the way I like it. So let's open it up and hopefully that's what's inside. Inside said box we have a lot of bubble wrap. No extra charge for the entertainment. We got a box here. Okay. Look at that mother of pearl. 5-way switch. Got my pots here. They turn smooth. There's plastic over here. Oh, very tidy and neat wiring job. Yep. Full-size pots. Crappy cheap box switch, but that's okay. I forgive them. So there's my pickups. Oh, nice. Very nice. So let me kind of bring this in. The cavities are very unfinished. This is you can see it's not fully painted here. This is kind of scratchy, and then over on this side there's their logo, XGP. And then this is, I think it almost needs just a little bit of sanding to get rid of some of this stuff. But other than that, you know, for less than $100 to be able to get a strap body in the exact color you want is pretty amazing. This looks really good. So here's a little preview of the Partscaster, what it's going to look like when it's built. There we go. That's what I'm building. You might not like it at all. You might not like that color. I do though. I think it's awesome. So yeah. But let's go ahead and set up the work table and all that jazz, shall we? So here is where we are at. I've got the body, this. The very first thing that I want to do is I have a Trem claw that I want to install into this body. So the way this works is there's 2 of these screws, and the screws go into the wood here. So they're going to go in like that. They go in here, and then the springs will attach like this, and the other end goes in the block. So I have to drill 2 holes here for these 2 screws, and they gotta be correctly spaced. So I have to be careful where I drill them. Probably the smart thing to do would be to take this and hold it in here and then mark the spots. And then I'm going to use a 1/8 inch drill bit right here, forever in a day. All right. So then what I want to do is I want to drill these holes, and I want them to go in like that. I don't want them to go in at too much of an angle. Can you see the problem? The problem is there's no way I can do this, because if I drill these holes like this, right, they're going to go in at a downward angle, and that's not what I want. I want them to be as parallel as I can make them. So what I really need is one of these 1/8 inch drill bits, but I need one that's significantly longer. Well, here's the solution. A 1 foot long 1/8 inch drill bit. Yep. From those. So yeah, when you buy a strap body like this one here, which I got from Guitar Fetish, there's no holes for the pickguard screw. There's no holes here for the bridge. There's no holes here for the output jack. And there's no holes here for the Trem screws. You have to drill them all. So what I have here is I've got an 1/8 inch drill bit that is about a foot long. Looks like about a foot, 10 inches a foot. I think that's about a foot. So the concept here, tighten this up. Okay, so now when I come in, I can come in. It's still going to be a slight angle, but it'll be a very slight angle. So this is a much better way of doing it. So what I want to do is I want to mark the holes and then I want to drill with this. But I'll tell you what, I've never done this before. It's the first time I've ever done it. And I think I could use a little bit of practice. Okay, so I've got this old plywood body from the Squire 2 Strat. And it's not going to hurt me to practice on this guy and put another hole in here. So let's do that, shall we? By the way, why do you not want a plywood body? That's why. Things to consider. Thing number one, eye protection. Because if this steel bit breaks and flies in the air, I don't want to embed it in my eyes. Safety first. And then the other thing is, I want to have something down on top of the body because I don't want this thing kind of like rubbing the paint off the brand new body. So just something along these lines. Make sure it's going in the right direction. It is. And then the last thing to do is I want to mark how deep I go with this. So I don't want to go the entire length of this screw. I want to go maybe about that much, like right there. So I'm going to mark this with some tape. Let's see. About like there. So I know now when to stop. Okay, so I got my safety goggles. I got my 12-inch bit. I'm gonna go in here and I'm just gonna keep it as straight as I can. Let's reverse it. Not bad. Not bad at all. I feel like I can do this. What I'm basically doing is just centering this guy here. I'm not being super picky with my measurements. I want to mark where that's going. Yeah, that's marked. Alright. Come on, man. Help me out here. There we go. Okay. That wasn't so bad, was it? Just took a trip to Lowe's. So, screwdriver, put my 2 screws, Trem claw. It would be nice if I could use the cordless, but the angle is wrong. This thing's too thick. So we're gonna do it manually with the smaller, more time consuming. Come on. As good of a design as the Strat is, there are definitely some downsides to it, and this is one. Like setting this up so that you have a screwdriver. I need one of those 90-degree screwdrivers, and I have one somewhere. I don't know where it is. I didn't want to spend an entire video of me trying to find my screwdriver. That'd be dumb, wouldn't it? I'm doing pretty good here though. This right here looks about right to me. That looks about right. Let's put the other one in. By the way, this right here, if you can see that missing a little paint, that was there already. So is this, and so is this. This is not a custom shop body. So Made in Mexico strap bodies go for about $250. Made in America strap bodies go for what, $450, $500, somewhere around there? This was $89. Oh, and not only that, I'm fairly certain you can't order this color from Fender as just the body. If you want to save time and spend a little more money, Partscaster.com is a great place to get Strat parts. So what they do is they buy a Strat, they take it apart, and they sell the pieces. So if what I'm doing here doesn't appeal to you, like this looks like too much work, you don't want to get a screw, you don't want to get like the drill and the 12-inch bit and blah, blah, blah. Well, you can order a body from Stratosphere Parts that will be pre-drilled. All the holes will already be there. And the advantage of that is you don't have to muscle screws in like I'm doing right now with a screwdriver. The disadvantage is you're not going to buy a strap body on there this color for $89. You're just not. You're going to have a hard time finding this color anywhere else for this kind of money. So there we go. Look here. So, preview. Here's how this works. Tailpiece goes through here. And the springs hook around here, like that, and then they connect to these little holes right here. There. Connect to those. Where exactly we position this, because it's going to be somewhere roughly around here. But I also have to make sure that I'm not putting that thing in where it's going to interfere with the pickguard. Because see, this has got to fit in this space right here. And then of course the pickguard, it can't be jutting out like that. It's got to be good with the neck pocket. So this whole thing has to be done kind of simultaneously. And I have to make sure that I don't have this too far this way or too far this way, because the strings have to line up over the pole pieces. So it's all integrated. And that means that the next thing I want to do is put the neck on. It's starting to look like a guitar, isn't it? Okay. From Sam Ash, I got 4 brand new Fender neck screws. Now, are these lining up with the holes, I hope? Let's give this a shot. There we go. There we go. You know, you could just buy a Squier Affinity Strat. I mean, you should only do this stuff if you think it's fun. I think it's fun. Okay. This is how you check to see if the neck is straight, but you can also check the angle of the neck. So, let's pop this guy in. Just kind of see. I'll just set one of these guys on here. So, alright. Yeah. We might have to shim the neck later. We might have to adjust this, do finer adjusting after it's all put together. It's really hard to tell the perfect neck angle when you don't have the thing assembled yet. But it's certainly close enough at this point. So now, we put this guy on. Ah, very nice. Look at that. What a fit. That is wonderful. I'm going to get directly over this, and I want to just make sure that these two pole pieces look like they're kind of lined up with the fretboard, and I would say they are. I would say we're pretty good. This is about where this guy's going to go. So I could drill pilot holes in here now for all of these guys and screw this down. But then what I want to do is I want to line these holes up with kind of like the pole pieces. So obviously like here versus here. I'm kind of eyeballing this, by the way, in case you're wondering. My head is directly over these. And I'm sort of looking down at... That looks to me to be about right. But I think I can certainly go ahead and do the pickup cover. So what I want to do is I want to mark all of these. I want to mark all the holes, and then I want to drill them. Great.